Well, boys, what do we got? We got Nitecore EDC27. I saw this at SHOT Show in Las Vegas. Yes, I actually qualified to go because the public's not invited, right? But that's where all these gun, knife, flashlight, tactical, hunting, camping, on and on and on, right? All these industries come out to show what they're coming out with, or they're in there talking to their vendors and blah, 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 blah. Okay, so I went by the Nitecore booth because they invited me to come by anyhow. So I went, I did. It's like their worst nightmare. Oh, God, here he comes. Geez, hide. So I got there and, because I'm a freak and I like flashlights. And I've had Nitecore flashlights for, I don't know, 6 years or more. And so I saw this one. I just like went gaga. It's like, what's going on? Oh my God. EDC27. What is this? And they go, check this out. Check this out. Okay. So look at that. Oh, it lights up the screen. I just half tapped it to kind of get a little thing, and it died. But full tap comes on, baby. Comes on. Well, we got dual turbochargers on this baby. And so this tells you, oh shit, hold on. This tells you how much runtime it's got at that level, right? 37 minutes, and it's ticking. It's ticking. What level are we on, actually? So that's a full press. It turns it on. Full press turns it off. This is weird. This might take a little getting used to for you. Here's your information on the battery that's in here. Okay, you don't pop it out and put it in a charger. It's got a charging port, USB-C, brother man, right there. So you get a cord, you get a charging cord. It's in here. Okay, so you just plug it in, and then you got this I like these readout screens. I don't know about you, but I do. I think that's good. It gives you information. Information's power. So turn it on. Here it goes. But then push, half push. So once you full click and you turn it on, you half push this thing. Okay, half push, half push, half push, and we're running. We're running from the low. There's level 1, level 2. We got 12 minutes. We probably don't have a full charge on this because I had this out in the lanai last night. I don't have. Because I didn't have the light on, so I just stood this, kind of propped it up, and I turned it on, and it was lighting up the whole, patio area while I was talking to a guy on FaceTime. But okay, so I guess I probably kind of burned this down a little bit. Took some battery life off of it, but that's what we do here. Turn it on, and that it goes back. It's got mode memory, so it goes back to the whatever the last brightness level. And then there's, so there's level 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, here's the deal. You have this other button. You go, what the hell is that for? Okay. That's a dual kind of mode thing too. This is click on, click off, but also a half push for running through the brightness modes, okay? Which may take you a little bit of, you don't want to get too hyper freaky because you're going to hit it at full push and you're not going to another brightness mode. You're turning it off. Full push turns it on, turns it off. Okay. So that's the thing. You got to go halvesy. Oops, accidentally turned it off. Half push, half push, half push, half push. And you're running through the brightness modes, but you got to kind of, control yourself. So I know there have been comments about they didn't much like the fact they had to half push because it was a little tough to control and kind of get the mojo of how to do that. You see what I'm saying? Because I kind of thought maybe that it was almost easier to grab it this way and just strike it with my thumb like that. See how that does? And that kind of is almost easier to control Just striking it. That way I'm not hitting it a full push, but I'm hitting it a half push. Isn't that weird? So you can figure out your own method for doing that. This other button is for strobe and for turbo. So turbo's 3,000 lumens here. Let me stare it straight at the camera. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so push, half push is 3,000 lumens, okay? And here it goes. Okay, 3,000 lumens. Okay, and it's going to give you the countdown. It's only going to hold 3,000 lumens so long, and it's going to get warm too, like they say here. Hot, hot, and it is almost warm. And then, okay, so half push, turbo, full push, strobe. So the good thing about this flashlight is you can just walk along with it. You got the pocket clip, got it in your pocket. It's nice and flat, easy to carry in the pocket. Got up to 3,000 lumens. So, you know what I'm saying? I'll give you the link to Nitecore. I do have a discount code you can use, okay, on them. And also stay in touch with Nitecore because they have sales here and there. They may have something for Father's Day. I don't know. Okay. So, but since it's, coming up on June here. But half push, that's your turbo, right? Half push, but you let it go and it's off, okay? Doesn't stay on turbo like that. You just half push and then it'll let you know because it's going to count it down. Okay, full push is strobe. So the good thing about this is that you don't have to be real techie to get strobe. If you like your wife's got this, she feels like she's in a threatened situation or something, boom, just like that. You're going to get somebody's attention like that. And then half push for turbo, and it's not going to stay turbo for long because a flashlight this size going 3,000 lumens, it's obviously not realistic that it can do that, hang that for very long, but you do get that blast that you can use. And then when it counts it down, it's going to step down, but also you can just go back and do it again with another half push. This on and off. So then the little half push, and you probably will teach yourself how to do this pretty well, over time. But yeah, it's not intuitive because you tend to get a little too much adrenaline and you're turning it off and on, okay? Myself, I think it would have been nice to have this as an on-off button and then maybe have another button here to step through the modes, the brightness modes. Boom, on and off, kick it around here, brightness modes. Or maybe even off to the side here. I mean, this is your charging port. Maybe kick it on and off, brightness modes over here, or here, something that feels pretty intuitive in your hand. So I don't know, but I know the way it works right now, it's on and off. And maybe most flashlights that you have, let's go to level 2, whatever that is, and that may be what you're pretty much going to use it at. Then you don't have to worry about half pressing. You just turn it on and you got the brightness level that you use most all the time. Okay, so you don't have to worry about changing the brightness modes at all. So there is always that. But you can cycle through whatever you want, okay? So, I mean, and here's the thing. The other thing about lockout, okay, like you don't want this to go on in your pocket. So it's hanging in your pocket. You got this big old on-off button or this thing that could kick on and could actually maybe, bring the turbo on. And that's going to get warm quick if it's in your pocket. So you might accidentally touch these. Okay, so here's the thing. Just turn it off. Turn it on. I actually do have pretty good battery on here. So turn it on, okay? Then push and hold. There's lockout 1, there's lockout 2. Okay, when you just push and hold. When it's on, push and hold. Lockout 1, lockout 2. What is lockout 1? What is lockout 2? Lockout 1 will still allow you to use this for strobe and this, but lockout 2 will not. See this? Okay? You're on lockout 2. It's reminding you, this doesn't work. I don't care what the hell you do. This does not work. this will not turn on in your pocket at all, okay? Just lock it out. It's that easy. Unlocking it is really easy. It's a half click and a full click. And there it is. Boom, you're back on, okay? That's it. So you're on. You want to lock it out? There's lockout 1. Just let it go. If you keep holding it, it'll go into lockout 2, okay? So lockout 1 ain't going to come on. Nope, 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 nope. This one will. It'll still let you do turbo and strobe, okay? No problem. You want to just take it off of that? Half push and a full push. Here it goes. It's out of lockout. Now it just works like it normally does, okay? So locking it out, if you're going to go somewhere, turn it on, push and hold, put it in second lockout, you're done. It won't work, okay? You want to turn it back on? Half push, full push. Boom, back on, okay? It's not difficult, and it'll save you from burning your leg or your pocket lining or whatever, you know? So not a huge deal, but we're going to take it out, take a look, see what it looks like outside. Nitecore outside. Let's see if we can focus. So we got, I don't know what brightness level we're at, but this is back into the brush of South Florida, and we're focused. Focus. Ooh, yeah. Okay. Now it lit it up. Way better now. Back into the woods. Oh, there's turbo. That's crazy. And there's your strobe. Which messes up the focus, but oh well. But there's, hold on, turbo. Wow. See back into the woods. Here's without, okay? It's not completely dark outside, but you can tell when we go turbo. And here we go. Not a long thrower, but it definitely illuminates the area. As opposed to not. Once again, turbo. Burning it down. All right, we're back. I'm just pulling the stuff out of the box here. What do you get? Well, it looks like you get a lanyard here. You get some kind of, oh yeah, that's lanyard. This is your charging cable. This is all kinds of stuff. And, you know, look on the link that I gave you, and that way you can see all the little stats about this thing, brightness levels. Where does it give you your, okay? So, yeah, you go from 15 lumens obviously to 65 to 200 to 1,000, and then turbo's 3,000. The strobe is also 3,000. It's gonna probably deflect whatever person coming at you. They're gonna be blind. Okay, that's all I got to say. But here's your drop modes and all impact resistance, all that kind of stuff. Your candelas, etc., and 220 meters of throw. Obviously, this is not a long throw. This is more of a floody, etc. Strobe ready, lock on lock, I think. And then if you want it in German, buy the flashlight. You can read it in German. So here's the stuff about it, and I just think it's really interesting. I like the new flashlight, the flat flashlight thing that they're coming out with. I've got an Olight Arcfeld, and I like that. But this one, this will go 3,000 lumens. Okay, maybe the Arcfeld's a little bit more intuitive, but the Arcfeld doesn't have dual emitters like this. Okay, and it has a single emitter, and then the other emitter is either for a laser and or a black light, UV. I'm sorry, UV. So the newest model has gone UV instead of laser. So I don't really much care for that mix. I'd rather have both being emitters. I want light when I get a flashlight. Okay, so that's the deal with this. So, you can put a lanyard on this. You can just slide it in your pocket. It's super easy to do. USB-C charging to give you the cable, all that kind of stuff. The battery's internal. You don't have to worry about that. And it gives you a readout, and it tells you what do you got going and how much battery life do you have left in this thing. So it does give you a lot of information on that readout screen. All right. It's the EDC27 from Nitecore. You can put your comments in. I know it's not perfect. I think some people have, some things that they would like to change about this flashlight, this and that, and you're welcome to comment. Hopefully Nitecore takes a look at that. But for a first outing, I think it's pretty effective. Just half step it, try and control your adrenaline a little bit, half step this baby, and you can get that going. And then I like the readout. I like this instantaneous. Okay. I like that on this. I like the pocket clip. I like the flatness. It's not a bad size at all for the 3,000 lumen potential that you can get out of this. So there is that. Those are the plus sides of the EDC27. Take care, my friends. Yes, we do love those flashlights too, so stay bright.